Hi! Let's take a look at what Capture can do for us when it comes to cabling. I have a design here with a few fixtures on a truss, and I want to measure a cable run from the floor up to the truss and over to the last fixture. In order to do that, I need to add a cable from the library to the design. So let's drag and drop the cable into the view. And as you can see, it comes in and it's 2 meters long by default, and the endpoints are marked with a small circle. I can double click the endpoint in order to select it and move it, which allows me to position the cable and get the length right. I mentioned I want to go from the floor up to the truss, and at this point the cable is actually on floor level, so let's start with moving it up to the truss. And next we need to find a way to go down to the floor as well. In order to do that, we want to double click on one of the endpoints and use the split command. This adds an extra point on the cable that we are able to move in 3D. So what I'm going to do is move that point down to the floor right under one of the existing points. And as a result, we've now got ourselves a cable run from the floor up to the truss and over to the last fixture. So if we go into the Design tab and the Selected Items category, we can see the distance is 10 meters. Capture automatically rounds the distance based on the cable rounding we've specified. So if you want to work with 1 foot long cables, for instance, you would type in 1 foot as a cable rounding. Or if you work with increments of 5 meters, you could type that as well. You can also add a cable extra, which is good if you know that you need a few extra meters or feet for slack or whatever other reason. And you are also able to label the start and end of the cable. This is shown in the plot mode or in plots. So let's type start at the start point and end at the end point. It's a little bit hard to see in front view, so I will switch back to top. And you will see that it says end at the floor now actually, and start over here. So if you get the direction wrong, you will need to either redraw the cable or simply flip where you enter the text for the start and end point. It has no other meaning as such. Naturally, we can also get a cable report out of Capture, which shows you how many cable runs you have of different types of cable. And the type of cable is entirely up to you to describe. You could use technical terms or just type something simple as power in order to generate your reports. The cable report can be found under the Reports category. And we have the template right here. So I will add that and open the report editor. And here we can see that we have one power cable run, which is 10 meters long. Thank you so much for watching.